Hello everybody, it's WhisperAudios and welcome back to another monthly favourites video. This is March 2022. So if you are new here, this is a series I guess where I share with you my favourite song, my favourite ASMR artist, my favourite thing, cosmetic, TV show or film, and book. And I've created like a little playlist somewhere on my channel. I'll link it here or down below where you can catch up with all of the monthly favourites. Now I will admit that I'm quite intermittent with these. I try and do them every month, but I don't think there's a year where I've done them solidly every single month because of like things happening, or I genuinely didn't have anything to share, so on and so forth. But you can enjoy them. If you want to kind of look back on them, here's the playlist. So this month is really interesting because I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of things that were recommended to me, that were sent to me, and things which I've been enjoying for many months now, but I haven't had a chance to talk to you about them. So let's start with the favourite song, and actually instead of a song I'm going to just share a band because this band was recommended to me by one of you guys. Now I asked you guys on my community page on my channel if any of you have any suggestions for independent musicians or whether you were a musician yourself, and I got a couple of recommendations. One in particular really stood out for me when I checked out their work, and this was a recommendation by somebody called Evigskog. Evigskog? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But they suggested a band called Still Fools. Now, when I started to listen to them on Bandcamp, I instantly knew that this was the music for me. Like, this was so totally like down my street. It really connected with me. It's such a unique sound, and I was just really loving it. Like, I was blasting it through my headphones all afternoon. So they are, like I say, a band called Still Fools, and of course I'll link them down below. They're kind of like a mixture between, like, this is just how I hear it in my head, a mixture between Ennio Morricone, Chris Cornell and Santana. Like, their music totally belongs in a Tarantino film. Like, I think it was, I'm looking at my thing here, I think it was Higher Into the Fire, that particular song. I was like, oh my god, this belongs in a Tarantino film. And it was like so cool. Like, I can't think of a better word for it. It's like cool music. So if you kind of like that sort of vibe, then I definitely recommend you check out Still Falls. I think they're from Canada. I think. I might be wrong. I'm going to say they're from Canada. Just correct me if anyone's watching who knows this band. But yeah, Still Falls is a wicked band. Really, really love them, and I think they've got a couple of albums on Bandcamp, and I'm going to be checking those out this month, just to sort of listen to all of their songs, because, like I say, I really, really love them. So next we move on to the favourite TV show slash film. This month I'm going to be talking about a film. So I went to the cinema last month, and I went to see a film called Nightmare Alley. And this stars Kate Blanchett and Bradley Cooper, and I think Noomi Rapace is in it, Ron Perlman, and a whole bunch of other people who are fabulous. So this was directed by Guillermo del Toro, and I think it's based on a book. Can't be 100% sure on that, but it's just what popped up at the end of the credits. So Nightmare Alley follows Bradley Cooper's character, who is kind of like a drifter. He stumbles upon this circus, this travelling circus, led by the infamous Willem Dafoe, who is just amazing in everything. If you haven't seen The Lighthouse, go and see The Lighthouse because he's fantastic in it. So Willem Dafoe runs this circus, and there's all sorts of different acts, all sorts of different weird and wonderful things. In particular, they have a geek, which is basically a poor homeless person dragged off the street, made to go mad with drugs and abuse, and it's like a freak show sort of thing. Really horrible, horrible stuff. So Bradley Cooper comes along, he learns the tricks of the trade of the circus, they give him a job, they give him a chance, and slowly but surely he gets really good at like confidence tricks, magic tricks, that sort of thing, like mesmerizing sort of tricks where he like reads your mind. So he leaves the circus and he goes into the city with his girlfriend who he met at the circus. I think it's Rooney Mara, sorry, not Noomi Rapace, Rooney Mara. And he goes to the city, he makes a really big name for himself, he gets really wealthy, really powerful. He meets Kate Blanchett, who is this really beautiful, like seductive psychiatrist who basically like feeds him information about people he can con. But I won't give it away too much. Things happen, and it's basically following this character's fall, rise to power and then fall from power. And it's just really beautiful. It's a beautiful film. It's shot so noir, and the costume is really great. The makeup's amazing. It was a really thoroughly enjoyable film. So yeah, I would really, really recommend you go and see that. It's one of those like films which don't get massive amount of like publicity. I think at the time when I went to see it, it was all about Spider-Man this, Spider-Man that. So like Nightmare Alley kind of just flew under the radar. But I really love Guillermo del Toro's work. So I was really intrigued with this, and it didn't disappoint. So that's my favourite film for this month. So now we move on to my favourite ASMR artist. Now, you've probably seen me sharing her videos on my community page, on Instagram, all of that stuff, because I am so obsessed with her work. And it's just phenomenal ASMR because in a way it's like unintentional, and it really focuses on the relaxing side of ASMR in real life. So we're talking about spa triggers, watching people like be relaxed with massage and scalp massage, gua sha, kind of like facial massage, and all different stuff like that. And the ASMR artist, you've probably heard of them, is ASMR Twix. Now, she is just a really lovely person. I've kind of chatted to her a little bit over Instagram, and we've talked a lot just about, things in general, ASMR, and also the thing, the cosmetic, which I'm going to be sharing with you today. But we'll get onto that in a minute. So I wanted to share with you my favourite video of hers, which I pretty much watch on repeat. It really helps me to fall asleep, and it's just really, really wonderful. So I'll share it with you. It's called I Went to Scalp Cleaning Head Spa in Japan, soft spoken ASMR. And I'll show you like the little preview at the beginning first of all. Here we go.
これからマッサージしていきますね。大半の方は途中で寝ちゃいますね。寝てくれた方がリラックスしてくれたっていうのがわかるので。
So her videos are in Japanese because she lives in Japan, and basically all her channel like focuses on is spa services in Japan and all the wonderful, wonderful different applications you can get on your scalp or on your skin. And it's just amazing because it's her and her sister. So her sister is behind the camera and she does all the camera work and all the sound, and then she is in front of the camera, basically being pampered for every single video, which is so enviable. What a wonderful job. And what I like about it is that, number one, I can't understand Japanese, which contributes massively to my tingles. There's just something about not understanding somebody, especially if they have a soothing and relaxing voice, like pretty much every Japanese lady does. Like everybody in these like videos has such a soothing voice. It's unbelievable. Like how? So that mixed with the relaxing visuals of like a scalp massage or having your hair washed, you can really use your imagination and really feel, well, at least I can, really feel what's happening on screen is like happening to you. I really love that. And what I love about her channel in particular is that like none of these services are available here in the UK. Like there's no such thing as like a scalp treatment or like specifically focusing on like the scalp and the hair health, and like you even get to look at her scalp with like a microscope. And it's really interesting because I'm just like, why can't somebody open up something like that here in the UK? Like I would be there every single month. So it's really interesting to see what like services like are available in Japan, and it just makes me want to go there even more than what I already do. So that's ASMR Twix, and yeah, I love her channel. So that brings us nicely onto my favourite cosmetic for this month, and it actually has been made and developed by ASMR Twix herself. She has started up her own brand of gua sha massage tools, and she has kindly sent me her range so I can showcase them on my channel. So the company is called Please Take Care of Me, and they have these terahertz stone gua sha tools. This one is a roller, so you have the big roller at the top and the little roller at the bottom. And these are really good for like your face, under eyes. They're really, really cool and soothing, and great for like skincare or just to help you relax in general. we also have this, which has like these ribbed bits at the bottom, these kind of contours here, like that. Even a little like thumb holder bit there. This is great again for your face, neck, shoulders, even like your hair. Really nice. Then there's this like little spoon kind of thing. Again, really nice, like for under eyes and on your eyes too. Just really, really soothing. And what I do is I keep these in the fridge so that they are super cold. So it just helps with like puffiness, aching muscles. It's just really lovely. And on her Instagram page, she has like little quick demonstrations on how you use these, because sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating, these things which look quite strange in a way, and you think, how on earth do I use those? So helpfully she posts little things on there. These ones, however, are like my second favourite. I'll show you my favourite one in a minute. And they're these little like mushrooms. These are perfect for your under eyes and all around your face. I love using these in tandem. It's just so soothing and relaxing. You get like really puffy eyes. These are really good to just help get rid of all that puffiness and just really cool the skin down. Really nice, and they make such a lovely sound as well. They're really heavy. Not really heavy, but you know, they've got some weight to them. Just they feel really robust and really well made. And you can even turn them around and use like the smaller side if you want to really get into all of those little creases or like in your nose or something like that. Really lovely. But my favourite one of all is this. This is a comb with these lovely teeth. These like curved edges here. This like handle here. Now this is for your scalp and your hair. So I was using this the other day when I was editing because my head just was throbbing. I had eye strain. I was just feeling really, really like tired and just kind of like tight all over. And I really just wanted to relax but still carry on working, if that makes any sense. So I grabbed this and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna use it on my scalp just for 5 minutes. So I was like just going back and forth, not really doing anything in particular, just scratching my scalp with it. And then it just happened just then. Like the side in which I was like using it, all of that tingled. And I was like, oh my god, what is happening? So I kind of stopped editing and I was just focused on doing this, just like that, like literally no technique, but the feeling of it. There's so many nerve endings in your scalp and up your neck that it must have like hit some nerve endings and like relaxed them, because I was in heaven. I was like, oh my god, I have never felt anything so nice as this. I don't know what it is. It must be like the combination of the cool metal mixed with the fact that it's getting right down deep into your scalp. Oh my god, it's just amazing. And I'm doing it now and I'm like, I don't want to stop. So this was amazing. And what I love about it is that you can just use it on yourself. You don't have to worry about bothering anybody to come and like massage you with it. And it feels so good. It feels so good. And it sounds really nice too. I don't know if you can hear that. But from my ears, the sound of the hair just being like manipulated just sounds so good. So not only feels good, it sounds good as well. Oh my god. Especially at the back of my neck, like where my, is it called the occipital ridge? Where the spine meets the head, that little bubble. We used to call it a knowledge bump in my family. Oh, it feels so good. I'm just going to do this for a little while because this feels so nice. I wonder if you can hear the sounds. If you go fast. And once I had finished this, my scalp was buzzing. It honestly felt like it. I can feel it now. It's like tingly almost, like cold tingly, but like really really nice. I can't describe it. So this is my favorite out of all of them. It's really nice. So anyway, this is Please Take Care of Me, the gua sha massage tools by ASMR Twix. Currently, they offer domestic shipping in the US. They're a Japanese-based company, and they will be offering international shipping soon. So TBC on that if you live outside of the United States, but I know that they do aim to ship worldwide eventually. So that's my favourite cosmetic. So my favourite thing for March is actually something I got for Christmas last year, and I just haven't gotten around to talking about it yet. But it's these two little mini board games. This is called More or Less, and this is called Shot in the Dark. And they're kind of similar. They are little fun mini games that you can play with anyone. They're family friendly, they're really quick, simple and easy. You know how much I love my board games, but sometimes they go on for many, many hours and you can only have, say, like 4 players at a time. So these were the perfect Christmas family games because everybody could participate, even the kids. So more or less, it's really simple. You get a card like this. On this side, you have the questions, and on this side, you have the answers. So you all play, even the person reading out the card, and you all have to guess. So, for instance, around 75 million people died during World War II. Was this more or was this less than 5% of the world's population at that time? So as you can see, all of these questions have more or less in them. And on the answer, it says it's less. 3% of everyone alive in 1939 died in World War II. Another question. Does Russia border with more or less than 15 countries? And the answer is less. Russia borders with 14 countries, which is actually the same as China. So you kind of get the general principle, and I think it's like the first person to reach 10 correct guesses, and really you've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. So even if you have no idea even what the question means, you can just say, oh, more or less. And it really throws you because you kind of think, oh, that's obviously going to be less, or that's obviously going to be more. But they're tricky, and it's sometimes a trick question and not what you think. So that's more or less. Similar principle, it's called Shot in the Dark. And this, again, is a card game, and you basically have to guess the answer. So I will get one of these. Again, questions on this side, answers on this side. So for instance, how many litres of Prosecco did Brits drink in 2019? So if they're talking about Britain in general, I'm going to say 10 million litres. 88 million litres. Wow. That's about a third of the Prosecco drunk globally. Oh my goodness. And another question. What percentage of UK households have a pet? So I would say 50%. Every other household has a pet, right? 40%. So 40% of the UK households have a pet. What about this one? True or false? The most popular item on the McDonald's menu in Canada is the McPancakes and maple syrup. I'm going to say false because I bet that tastes really nasty, and I bet there's much more superior maple syrup floating around in Canada. Yes, it's false. So that is Shot in the Dark. And again, it's a really, really fun game that you can kind of play with pretty much anybody. And again, it's really kind of like inexpensive. I think you could probably get these like on Amazon or something. Again, I got them for Christmas, so that's my favourite thing. So lastly, we come on to my favourite book. So I got this book for Christmas and I finished reading it end of February, I believe. Maybe just creeping into March, actually. So it's Contact by Carl Sagan, and I absolutely adore this film with Jodie Foster. I watched it so much as a kid. It truly, truly captivated me and really transported me to another world, like literally. So when I got the book for Christmas, I was so excited to read it because I was so intrigued as to how accurate the film was to the source material. And it was pretty accurate, in my opinion. There were large chunks of the narrative which were left out or swapped with different characters, but I felt like it helped the movie narrative run along a little bit better than what the book does. However, I feel like this could totally now be adapted into like a miniseries, TV miniseries, because there's just so much in here which obviously there was no time to explore in the film. So if you don't know what Contact's about, pretty much a group of scientists receive a message in the form of like radio waves, I believe, from an extraterrestrial intelligence, like superior beings almost. Don't think of like little green men, it's much more advanced than that. And they build a machine in which transports them through like a wormhole. I think it's a wormhole, like using the gravitational pull of like black holes and stuff. Anyway, they travel to I guess like a alien planet, and they are greeted by like intelligent life forms, but it's honestly not what you think. It's done very, very classily. It doesn't really focus on like the extraterrestrial side of things. It focuses on like what it is to be human and all our flaws and all our wonderful attributes as well. And there's a lot of like science language in this, but I really love the way Carl Sagan writes because he doesn't make you feel stupid. He doesn't kind of leave you behind with all the science stuff. He writes in a way that just the average regular Joe can understand. So that's what I really love about this book, because it's very heavily like a science, as you can probably imagine. But thoroughly enjoyed it. And I really want to read like more of Carl Sagan because, well, Mr. WhisperAudios is a Carl Sagan nut. He loves Carl Sagan and all his like non-fiction work. But I want to see if he's written some more fiction stuff because his writing is just sublime. I loved it. So that's my favourite book. So that brings us to the end of March 2022's monthly favourites. I hope you have enjoyed it. I will link all of the things I mentioned down in the description so you can check them out for yourself. But I wish you all a very, very pleasant rest of your day, whatever you are getting up to, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.